I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night. I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked. And by the way, just got in town, and I won't let cumulus clouds all in the sky ruin my vibe. Usually I don't do this often, but since recruiting isn't an option, due to unusual rain and thunder, baby I wonder, would you just put your sweats on for me? Yeah. I got the plug, I made the call for me. I'm talking late night for you. Let me lay a great time on you. Don't hesitate, no, don't you? Just say you will. Come through and chill. Just say you will. Come through and chill.
I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night. I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night.
Hello, stranger. Fame's been waiting. Just as I recall that ass is still amazing. Playing, baby. Saying, baby. Love it, shit. You know I'm crazy. So go ahead and put a drink up. I'm so glad we got to link up. Yeah. It's taking that off of me. Yeah. I got the plug, I made the call for me. I'm talking late night for you. Let me lay a great time on you. Don't make me wait, no, don't you? Just say you will. Come through and chill. Just like you will. Come through and chill. Just like you will. Come through and chill. Just like you will. Come through and chill.
I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night. I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night.
Pick up the phone, show me it was real. Pick up the phone, show me it was real. Pick up the phone, show me it was real. Pick up the phone. Yeah.
Claps.
ya hyenas. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, everybody up in the building, Ease. Hey, up in the stute. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, love. Oh, wait. Period. Okay. Hey, Toys World. Hey, Sweet Essence. Hey, Pepper's Love. Hey, Virgo. 0870. Period. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Brisbane. Let me see. Let me see what you said on your thing when you had said what you had said. Okay, let's see what's going on. Okay, let me see what's going on. It's going down in the DM. Cha. What is up, y'all? Let me see here. Hey, Miss Mary White. Hey, Astute. Hey, Miss Bridget J914. I'm just going down the list real quick. Speak to your little mofos. Hey, Carl McGraw. Hey, Terry, baby. 1 second. Let me see what Britt got going on in the DMs. Second. Aww. That is a sweet message. Let me see this. 1 second. This is from a supporter. Britt, thank you. I had to evacuate from the East Coast fires. And when I tell you the Gossip Girls and the relationship with you and Tay helped and continue to help me through this with laughs, it's facts. Thank you. Aw, that is sweet. Aw, we happy to do it. Hey, we just on here. We be trying to have a good time, but you know, mofos be coming with the shits, and we got to deal with this bullshit. Okay, we can't get into our regular little shits. Okay, but we back on it. But that is so sweet. I love to hear when we can make people laugh when they are going through hard times. Okay, like everything don't always have to be so intense and everything. And again, I love when we can bring a smile to you guys' face. I receive emails about that type of stuff, and me and the girls be like, oh my, that was so sweet. Because again, I don't know what it be, but it come at a time, just like with Britt and her little videos and stuff like that. Like, they always seem to come at a time where I'll be like, I'm about to nut the up. Okay? But she bring the laugh back in it, and it makes me realize that this is why they're doing all this stuff. They want me to act a fool, but I'm not, because the criminal charges is there, so I can't act a fool. They wanted so it can be like a bait and switch, or like it's a back and forth. I'm not giving them that. I won't give them that. But I do got something to show y'all to break y'all. We got to run this up again. Run these videos of Brits up because they so stinking cute. Let me see. All right, so let me see here. Brit ain't no damn good. Say hi too. Say hi, Cookie. Let me go back. What, Cookie want to say hi too? Say hi, Cookie.
Hey, you mofos. Ciao. Welcome to the Cookie Show. I am your host, Cookie. My mama, when Tay talk, think it's all about her, but it's about me. Princess Cookie. She always want me to talk, so I got my own talk show. If somebody please tell her to stop trying to talk for me. I got my own voice. I am a puppy, not a puppet, and that's on period.
But Cookie want to say hi too. Say hi, Cookie.
Hey, you mofos. Ciao. Welcome to the Cookie Show. I am your host, Cookie. My mama, when they talk, think it's all about her, but it's about me. Princess Cookie. She always want me to talk, so I got my own talk show. If somebody please tell her to stop trying to talk for me. I got my own voice. I am a puppy, not a puppet, and that's on period.
But Cookie want to say not on period. First of all, I just be trying to get her out here or whatnot. She got me messed up. Y'all see how folks do when you just be, letting them say when you are okay and amending and giving them rights to their First Amendment rights, you're not trying to break their constitutional rights and, give them the opportunity to speak, and they don't. Is that my fault? It ain't my fault. Did I do that? No, it ain't my fault. Child, I cannot. Okay. Y'all make sure y'all run them videos up of Britt's, okay? She love them. She loved doing it. The other one, the last one she did, she was in the damn hospital. I know they like, how the hell Britt says she working from the damn hospital. Her beat laboratory is anywhere her damn laptop is, okay? And that's on P. All right, creative in the damn hospital. Period. All right. So we love it, and we love Britt, everything. Hey, Miss Mary. Y'all, we're going to talk about Benny for a second before we get into the documents, okay? Because the judge kind of try to call herself reading the old PBE a little bit, but I digress. But we're going to talk about Benny. So word on the street is Chef Don Don. Okay. Hey, Chef Don Don. Hey, Chef Don Don. Shout out to Chef Don Don for me getting this information, because I'll go over to his channel and listen to the info. Y'all know I ain't going over to Benny with his lying ass, okay? But apparently, he over there talking about Mitch from the bro chat, from the Mitch, the little four guys. One of the guys is Damien, that used to be a producer on Love and Marriage. And it's Mitch, from the bro chat or whatever. One of them, I guess, is the Damien. He used to be a producer on the show, and then it's two other guys that's on there. I don't know if they like even from America, the other two guys. I don't know, but anyway, y'all know who I'm talking about. The ones that we watched that day when Mel went live talking about the lawsuit stuff, and that Anthony had caught himself trying to sue her for the 6 bands. Okay, and that's on P. But so Mitch came up there, and it was confusing to me. But apparently, I guess Benny had been shopping around this lawsuit that he had filed on her to other content creators. And I'm assuming that he went to Mitch because it does not seem like Mitch really cared for Mel like that or whatever. I don't think he really knows like the details of everything. But what I observe is when I'm watching the bro chat, he's in favor of Martell most of the time. Okay. So it ain't too often. I know people can, be in favor of both people, but if you in favor of Martell, you with the fuck shits, in my opinion. Okay. So that's probably, to me, in my opinion, why Benny felt comfortable going to him, thinking he was going to go and dog Melody. But Benny like, motherfucker, Mitch like, even if I am in, little taking up for Martell or whatnot, it still don't mean that I don't like Melody or that I'm with the fuck shit, the bullshit with you, motherfucking this shit. So I guess he wanted Bro Chat to talk about the stuff or whatnot. And I guess Mitch ratted his ass out. Like, get your weird ass off my damn DMs and email. Okay. So apparently, Benny called himself basically now he's stalking Mitch because Mitch, see, that's the shit that we talking about, Benny. Because why the fuck is you trying to call yourself talking about this boy? You wasn't saying all those nasty things about him when your motherfucking ass was in his fucking DM wanting him to spill this damn lawsuit shit. Why the fuck you ain't talking about it your own motherfucking blind ass self? You blind motherfucker. You fat bitch. Britt, I got something to tell you. Don't let me forget. I gotta DM it to you. But yeah, like he done went on his platform talking about he ain't this, he ain't this, and said the boy's mama whole name. I ain't your mammy, and said the mama whole name. I ain't your pappy. Said the pappy whole name. Now, why are you doing that, Benny, with your blind ass? Now, if somebody come on here and beat your ass, then you gonna be sitting here looking like a damn blind ass motherfucking fool. Like, he do too fucking much. He always bringing somebody's people in the shit, and that's why your ass is about to lose this motherfucking lawsuit. Because you always fucking with people and then act like I guess you higher than God or whoever, you holier than thou when it comes to somebody saying something about your raggedy ass. Leave people the fuck alone. Shit. Thank you so much, Miss Sharon Milton, for the $10 cat super chat. Love your lies. I missed one. Oh, wait, hey, you got to catch up on them, okay? We got them all on for the replay, okay? Thank you. All right, Pierre, let me get you the money song, baby. All right, let's get into it 1 second.
Check money. All I really want to see is the. I don't really need a D, I need the. All a bad bitch need is the.
Hey, y'all coming in. Hey, y'all. Look at this. Benny Jr. Now I ain't saying nothing because I want to be on the next video again, trying to act like I'm forcing you to say something. So you go ahead, say what you got to say, Cookie. We'll wait. Go ahead. Okay, we've had enough waiting. Okay, speak now or forever hold your damn peace. Get on over there. Okay, period. So he done fuck with this damn boy. Then said the boy church and everything. Why you ain't do none of that when Chef Don Don was on your ass? I don't know what the hell is, again, in my opinion, these motherfuckers are mentally ill. Again, why is you even bringing up any of that? That's like a damn passive threat. Why are you bringing up his church? Why are you bringing up his fucking parents and saying their fucking names on your raggedy ass live? And from what it looked like, he done fucking slid in the mama DM. Now, if he pull up and give you what the fuck you asking for, then what you gonna do? Run your big booty ass onto the damn police station crying and shit, or to a damn court trying to act like you got a lawsuit against some motherfucking body with your weirdo ass. When the fuck is you gonna leave people the fuck alone? Just like even this fucking lawsuit, that shit is just basically you damn want to stalk Melody. Brownie up in this mouth. Hey, Brownie. Yeah, just a little damn stalker. And that's how you see all these weird ass motherfuckers on this damn internet, always talking about somebody doxing and all this they shit when they the ones be doing the fucking shit. Always bringing up something that don't have nothing to do with fucking nothing. People out here always talking about somebody doxing them and doxing this and doing this, but yet they the one always on their motherfucking channel or somebody else's fucking channel telling other people business, talking about doxing other people, giving other people damn names and shit, but they don't want nobody to know who the fuck they are. That shit's so fucking weird. Stalking asses. I don't know what the fuck. Y'all make sure y'all hitting the damn like button and shit, because I'm pissed the hell off, dog. I don't get it. But guess what? We got court docs. We got court docs. So let's get back into it, okay? Because I know I took a couple days off. I told y'all when I be off, I be cooking. Let her cook. Hey, let her cook. Okay, period. Because I'm sick of mofos just, like I said, even with the PBE situation in this lawsuit, me and her, we wasn't saying nothing about this shit. I know I wasn't. Okay, I know PBE might have brought up a couple things on the lives, but I wasn't thinking about this shit because I hadn't been served. But the minute this old raggedy bitch wanted to try to lie and say she served me, then Houston, we have a problem. So now I'm going to use all the tools that's available to me to fight back against this harassment and bullying and stalking. Okay, so let's get into the court documentation of it all. Okay, let me see here. Make sure this log back in. So all the documentation is, let me go back here. Oh, thank you so much, Miss Bridget J. 1 second. Thank you, Miss Bridget J, for the $15 super chat. I'll be forgetting what the hell the stuff is. Thank you so much. Paying my court doc dues. And speaking of court doc dues, baby, I gotta pay mine, okay, before we get off this live, though. You know, remind me. But I be like, bet you ain't seeing nothing else until you pay past due balances. Okay. Y'all think they're gonna get on me, child? Let me see here. Okay, so we had a couple things going on in the court for the past 2 days. So let me share my screen because it don't cost a thing. Let me get Bridget J the money song. Okay, so let's see what's been going on since I've been away. Okay, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. So let's go down. Let me go downtown. That's the way to my love. Make it go round and round. Ooh, you can't stop till you find my love. All right, so we got a couple things. Right here, let me go to this one. Okay, so we had the summons filed, the summons return executed for CRK Entertainment Inc. Okay, and then we had PBE's motions that she filed for early discovery. That was for True T's name, for anonymous third-party speaker. Okay, because Anonymous had put True T's video in the court as evidence for, I guess, saying that was evidence that we were in this gang. And doxing and shit. Again, more defamation. More defamation. Let me see here. Oop. Oh, thank you, Rally. Not Rally in the damn bushes. Rally, you get your ass out them damn bushes for reparation, and I'm in the bushes. Thank you, Rally. Y'all really ain't forgot about that damn GoFundMe that she donated to, okay? And she won't forget it. Let me give her the money song.
Check. All I really wanna see is that. I don't really need a D, I need the. All a bad bitch need is that.
Okay, we back. Rally said, the hell with the bullshit. Okay, so here are some of my motions that came to the court as well. So I'm going to read those as well. But before I read those, here is the memorandum and order. It is hereby ordered that the following motions are denied. 142, 147, 167, 168, 177, 188. It is further ordered that Ms. Calvin filing title judicial notice of cross-jurisdictional litigation abuse, ghostwriting, and misuse of legal credentials in related Alabama case 161, which the court construes as a motion, is denied. It is further ordered that Ms. Calvin filing titled former defendant Maryland Calvin judicial notice for fraudulent duplicate filings and all of that stuff. 175 is which the court construes as a motion, is denied. It is further ordered that Ms. Calvin's filing. Let me open this one up. I think okay. So this is the judge's final order on there. She denied all the PBE's motions that she submitted because she is not on the case anymore. Reiterating, on May 2nd, the court dismissed plaintiff's claims against Ms. Calvin, as well as Ms. Calvin's counterclaim against plaintiff. See document 140. Since that time, Ms. Calvin has filed numerous letters, notices, and motions seeking affirmative relief from this court. Ms. Calvin has cited no basis in the federal rules of civil procedure for her involvement in this lawsuit as a non-party. Now, I agree with that. However, the plaintiff on this case is continuously putting stuff in here about Miss Calvin. Can we get a ruling on some of that shit, Miss Judge? Please, just a little bit, okay? All right. Therefore, other than her request for sanctions, Ms. Calvin's filings are not properly part of this lawsuit. I wonder why she didn't rule on them sanctions, though. She saved that ruling, it looked like. So she might still be ruling on the sanctions that Ms. Calvin has brought to the forefront, okay? Because, again, Anonymous is still putting her in these court filings. Moreover, Ms. Calvin appears to acknowledge in one of her filings, document 164, her requests for sanctions are procedurally deficient. A motion for sanction must be served under Rule 5, but it must not be filed or presented to the court if the challenge paper, claim defense, contention, or denial is withdrawn or appropriately corrected within 21 days. So she didn't have the 21 days to have it corrected. So if the judge if it's not corrected within 21 days, then she can file for her sanctions, okay? As such, all pending motions, letters, and notices filed by Ms. Calvin since her dismissal on May 2nd, 2025 are denied. Ms. Calvin is admonished to desist filing notices, letters, motions, or other documents in this matter, absent of conscionable legal basis. Going forward, any baseless filings from Ms. Calvin will be immediately stricken from the record without further notice. If Ms. Calvin ignores this court admonition, Ammunition? I don't know. The court will consider imposing more severe sanctions, including monetary sanctions for wasted judicial resources. I wish she had put that on anonymous. Accordingly, it is hereby ordered that the following motions are denied. And she listed all the ones that I just listed. It is also further ordered that the filing title notice of judicial cross-claimant litigation, remember all of that she put in, is denied. Basically, she denied every damn thing that PBE put into the court that was after her taking her off of the lawsuit. It is finally ordered that Ms. Calvin's title, or that was another one that's denied. So she signed that on the 29th of May. Okay. She basically told PBE, let me handle this. Okay. But I will say this. Them notices and stuff like that, she can't unsee them. She can't unsee them. They was put on the record, all of that stuff. So if Anonymous does something else, all of that stuff is still going to be added to PBE's favor for harassment. Because if you're telling her, don't add anything else on this case because you dismissed, Anonymous shouldn't be allowed to add anything else on the case because PBE is dismissed. So don't add anything else pertaining to her fucking name, making no more accusations in here with her fucking name, accusing her of things, defaming her character because she's dismissed. Okay. So here we go. Here. Also, the judge text docket order. It is hereby ordered that the plaintiff's response to defendant Felicia Brown Moore's reply, document 185, that's the one that resulted in the request for the anonymous third party discovery, is stricken from the record for failure to comply with Local Rule 401. Pursuant to Local Rule 401, each party opposing a motion may file a single memorandum containing any relevant argument and citations to authorities of which the party relies. Additional memoranda may be filed by either party only with leave of court. Because plaintiff has already filed a memorandum in response to Felicia Brown Moore's motion, see document 162, she may not file additional memorandums without leave of court. But you would think she's an attorney, so she should know that. Signed by judge. Okay, she signed this on the 29th. So we see here where she signed this. This was on the 29th. So the one that she did, this document 185, is stricken per DTO. Okay. So now let's get into my motions. So my motions hit the docket the other day as well. Let's see here. Okay, so this is my motion. Motion to strike misrepresentation of employment and service location. Comes now, defendant Natavia Garner pro se and respectively moves this honorable court to strike the plaintiff's repeated representations regarding defendant's employment and purported place of service, and in support thereof states as follows. 1. Plaintiff Saretha McNeil claims in court filings that defendant was served at Citgo Petroleum Corporation in Dallas, Texas, alleging this location is defendant's place of employment and or authorized agent for service or process. 2. Plaintiff has offered no admissible sworn evidence to verify defendant's employment at this location. Instead, she relies on Rocket Reach, a third-party aggregation, whatever, website, which is not a legally recognized or verifiable source of employment information. 3, on her original complaint, plaintiff listed defendant's occupation as YouTube content creator. with no reference to Citgo Petroleum Corporation. Plaintiff's own submitted exhibits, including Exhibit 1 and Document 55 and or Document 66, show employment at Citgo ended October 10th, 2024, well before the alleged service date of February 2017. February 17, 2025. 4. Despite these facts, plaintiff continues to submit responses and repleadings insisting defendant works at Citgo Petroleum Corporation and that service was proper through an alleged authorized agent there, which is demonstrably false and misleading. 5. Even if defendant had been employed there, Citgo Petroleum Corporation is not and was never an authorized agent for service of process for defendant. Wherefore, defendant respectfully requests that the court strike all references to defendant's alleged employment at Citgo Petroleum Corporation and associated claims of proper service through that entity as misrepresentation of facts. And then this is my renewed motion to quash service and compel proof of service comes now Natavia Garner, pro se, and respectfully renews her motion to quash for improper service pursuant to Rule 12B5 of the Federal Rules of Procedure and moves the court to compel plaintiff to provide sworn proof of service and acceptance thereof, and states as follows. 1. Plaintiff asserts that defendant was served on February 17, 2025 at Citgo Petroleum Corporation in Dallas, Texas. Defendant affirms she was not employed at this location at the time and had no authorized agent there to accept service on her behalf. 2. Plaintiff failed to comply with proper service under Rule 4 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure, as there is no valid affidavit from the person who allegedly served the summons or from the individual who allegedly accepted it on behalf of defendant. 3. Defendant failed to file a motion to compel proof of service seeking an affidavit from the process server and from the individual at the Citgo Petroleum Corporation who allegedly accepted service, which plaintiff has yet to provide. Okay, so instead of doing all of this other shit, she wants to fucking keep saying that I work at the Citgo instead of saying like, okay, you motherfucker, she don't work there. Even if I did work there, they're not my authorized agent. And you should know that because you're a fucking attorney. Okay? And she's saying in her response to asking her to request for her to a motion for her to compel proof, why is it a problem? If these people actually said they served me there, that means that somebody accepted a summons for me at that corporation in Dallas, Texas. Why you can't get sworn testimony from both parties, the ones that said they served it, the company you hired to say they served it, and the person that accepted it? Why is that? Why would that be a problem? Why would that be a problem? Why are you asking to, deny that? Why are you wanting the judge to deny that request? If it was so proper. Not Gasolina Tay. Don't find words. Who called me Gasolina Tay? Y'all ain't shit. What, Cookie? Get on over there, Cookie. You my sidekick, my partner in crime at the pumps. Go, Cookie. Defendant again asserts that she was not served properly, does not work at Citgo Petroleum, and that plaintiff continues to mislead the court regarding these facts. Wherefore, defendant respectfully requests that the court, A, quash the alleged service of process as improper, B, compel plaintiff to produce sworn affidavits from both the process server and receipts and recipient of the summons, C, sanction plaintiff for knowingly misrepresenting the facts of employment and service, and D, grant such other relief as the court deems just and proper. Respectfully, me. Okay? So that was one. Go back. Go back. And go down. Okay, this is what on the 29th, this is another one that hit the docket, another motion to strike. Okay, motion to strike defamatory, false, scandalous, and immaterial statement made by the plaintiff in court filings. Comes now. Natavia Garner, appearing pro se pursuant to Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 12F, and respectfully moves this honorable court to strike from the record the following defamatory, scandalous, false, and immaterial statements made by the plaintiff, Saretha McNeil, in her pleadings and filings. 1. Allegations that defendant made terroristic threats to plaintiff and plaintiff's father. 2. Allegations that defendant has impersonated plaintiff or an attorney, engaged in stalking, or made threats with drop the mic or any third party. 3. Claims that defendant has harassed plaintiff or coordinated any online efforts against her without factual basis as part of a gang known as the Family. These claims are not only unsupported and prejudiced and prejudicial, but also constitute a misuse of judicial process intended to harass and damage defendant's reputation. Pursuant to Rule 12F, the court may strike from a pleadings any redundant, immaterial, impertinent, or scandalous matter. These statements meet that threshold and must be removed. Wherefore, defendant respectfully requests that this court strike the aforementioned statements from plaintiff's pleadings. Order plaintiff to cease filing further scandalous and defamatory allegations without evidentiary support, and grant such other relief as the court deems just and proper. Okay. So that was made on dropped on the 29th as well. And then let me go to what else did I have on here? And I also have defendant's request for judicial notice. Pursuant to Federal Rule of Evidence 201B, defendant Natavia T. Garner respectfully requests that this court take judicial notice of the following facts, which are not subject to reasonable dispute and are either 1, generally known within the judicial jurisdiction of this court, or 2, capable of accurate and ready determination for sources which accuracy cannot reasonably be questioned. 1. Defendant Natavia Garner is not currently and has not been employed at Citgo Petroleum Corporation in Dallas, Texas, or Detroit, Michigan, at any time relevant to this case. 2. Plaintiff failed to correct the record or retract the claim that defendant Garner is currently employed at Citgo Petroleum Corporation, document 182. 3. Plaintiff's public records, and that's in quotes, Insta Checkmate account and Rocket Reach per plaintiff's exhibit 1, document 66, states that defendant's employment with Citgo ended as of October 10th, 2024, well before the alleged service date of February 17, 2025, although defendant hasn't been affiliated with Citgo Petroleum Corporation in over 9 years, document 182. Okay. 4. Plaintiff has offered no admissible sworn evidence to verify defendant's employment at this location. Instead, she relies on Rocket Reach, a third-party aggregation website, which is not a legally recognized or verifiable source of employment information, document 186. 5. The alleged service occurred on February 17, 2025, far outside of the 90-day service window allowed under Rule 4M and in violation of the court's January 21, 2025 order that plaintiff had ample time to serve all defendants. Okay. 6. Defendant resides in Detroit, Michigan, not in Missouri or Texas. 7, these patterns of filing responses without correcting false claims reflects bad faith and is relevant to me to both motion to dismiss and the pending motion to strike, document 182. Wherefore, defendant respectfully requests that the courts take judicial notice that above referenced filings and factual inconsistencies and consider them in ruling on the accompanying motions. These facts directly contradict plaintiffs. These facts directly contradicts plaintiff's assertion of service, jurisdiction, and other misstatements and are critical to the resolution of defendant's motion to strike, dismiss, and quash. Okay. And again, that was submitted on the 28th, but it hit the docket on the 29th of this month. Okay. So now, y'all, we about to get into some mess. Okay. Because when Tay talk, it feels like this is not going to be like this is, it seems like this is not ending soon. I'm not getting resolved. Hey, really, hey, Caramel Rail, I'm not getting a resolve from this, soon enough. Like, this person is harassing me, trying to bully me through the court system. Okay. So I want to take a stand. So let's go here. And also yesterday, she submitted that the summons return executed for Maurice Scott. Okay. So what do we have here? Here's my silver cover sheet. Yes, this is a counterclaim. Okay. This is a counterclaim, guys. I am countersuing Anonymous. I don't think it's fair that she has added me to this damn lawsuit unjustly from the beginning. And now she has lied and said that she has served me because she wants me in this lawsuit so bad. Why? Because she can't prove shit that she's saying that I did. But in the case that she has added me already, now I am defending myself in this countersuit. I am countersuing her ass. Okay. So let's get into this. Counterclaim of Natavia Garner. Okay. Comes now, defendant and counterclaimant, claimant, Natavia Garner counterclaimant, and for her counterclaim against plaintiff and counter-defendant Sarita McNeil. Okay, pursuant to Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 13, defendant Natavia T. Garner, appearing pro se, respectfully files the following counterclaim against plaintiff Sarita McNeil and states as follows. Now, the thing that with the counterclaim is that if the judge decides that her service was not proper and she grants my order to quash and dismiss, it's a very high chance that she's going to dismiss my counterclaim as well, because it's going to be probably dismissed as moot because she's going to be dismissing me off of the case. Okay. So it's a high chance that if she go ahead and read the documents for herself and see that she did not properly serve me by the deadline she provided January 21st, that on January 21st order that she said that all the remaining defendants had to be served by February the 17th, 2025, if she grants my motions to quash and dismiss, then she may also dismiss my countersuit as moot. Okay, that means that it's no need for a countersuit because you're not in the lawsuit anymore. Okay, so let's see what we got going on here. Okay, here's the parties, which is me and anonymous. The jurisdiction and venue is proper because this is where the original lawsuit has designated from. Okay, so let's get into the factual background. 5. Counter defendant Sarita McNeil and her associates has knowingly and maliciously made false and defamatory statements against counterclaimant, both in court filings, document 167, 112, 163, and more, and on various online platforms, including but not limited to accusing defendant of making terroristic threats to plaintiff and plaintiff's father. That's on document 112, 163, and more. Implying defendant is involved in doxing, cyber stalking, harassment, cyberbullying, making terroristic threats, and impersonation, document 112 and 163, and more. Misrepresenting defendant's employment history, including falsely stating she is affiliated and is currently employed at Citgo Petroleum Corporation in Dallas, Texas, or Detroit, Michigan, and condoning it by adding that she verified the employment via Insta Checkmate and Rocket Reach, both unverifiable websites that should not be used to verify employment, document 112 and 163, and more. Publishing or enabling others to publish false allegations through third-party content creators like YouTube content creators True Tea, Here for Hot Tea Podcast, Earth Journalist, aka Black Titanic, Misdiagnosis, Sherelle's World, and Tea Talk with Your Girl, True Tea Uncensored.com, and various social media posts and comment sections. Okay, made multiple false, defamatory, and unsupported criminal allegations, including stating that she and her father made FBI IC3 complaints with no supporting documentation of said reports, document 112, 163, and more. One second. Let me see what Britt got going on in this damn IG. She's so damn messy. 1 second. Let me take a quick break. Oh my God. Oh no.
Ooh, you can't stop till you find my love. Let me go downtown. Let me go downtown. That's the way to my love. Make it go round and round. Ooh, you can't stop till you find my love. Let me go downtown. That's the way to my love. Make it go round and round. Ooh, you can't stop till you find my love.
Oh my God. I can't.
Let me go.
Y'all know something wrong with her. Y'all know something is wrong with Britt's blog, okay? Oh my God. I will not stop singing. I will sing until my heart is content. I gotta add that to my thing so I can play it. Y'all know something wrong with Britt. All right. All right, let me see here. Okay, I was on number 6. These false claims include allegations that counterclaimant doxed and conspired to dox counter defendant engaged in coordinated harassment, and participated in criminal stalking, cyber stalking, all of which are categorically false and unsupported by evidence. Document numbers 112, 163, and more. 7, several other defendants named in the plaintiff's original counterclaim complaint has provided statements, including that counter defendant planned for months to years to sue major corporations like corporate platforms like YouTube, Google, and TikTok, and only later added content creators to create an appearance of widespread conspiracy and bolster an otherwise frivolous legal narrative. Document 18, Exhibit 6. Okay. And we'll go to some of these exhibits at the end. Okay. 8, counter defendants conduct. And I think Exhibit 6 is Tea Talk with Your Girl's response back in April of last year when she responded to the lawsuit. But it was too late because she already had a default judgment for not responding. Let me see what's going on in the chat. I want to move to America. It is the bomb Russia. Who is Snake Eyes? Uppity, get Snake Eyes out of here. Yeah, get Snake Eyes on up out of here. Don't be putting that shit in my fucking chat. Y'all see how they coming over here harassing, okay? But I'm gonna continue to read these documents. Okay, let's go. 8. Oh no, I was going to talk about Exhibit 6. Exhibit 6 was it's Tea Talk with Your Girls response to the lawsuit that Anonymous, when they were on good terms, Anonymous told her that she was going to sue YouTube. So planned on, you know what I'm saying? This was a planned attack. 8. Counter defendant's conduct appears to be part of a calculated and premeditated scheme to falsely depict herself as a victim of a vast online conspiracy in order to extract a monetary settlement or judgment from these platforms and their users. Document 112. 112 is her amended countersuit. Okay, y'all? 9. On information and belief, counter defendant herself planned or permitted her own personal information to appear in public comment sections and chats, then falsely claimed it was doxing by others, potentially even using fictitious accounts or third parties as that she controlled. And I put that in there because I want to know too. I always wanted to know, where did Black Titanic get that information that she said was Maurice? That police report, it looks like it, when you look it up online, it comes up immediately. So I would think that would be something that comes up immediately when everybody else was looking at information about them and their criminal backgrounds and things like that. That never came up for everybody else. But all of a sudden, when Black Titanic had that information, it came up like the first thing when you Google Maurice's name. And I don't remember if the Rashawn or Rasheen or whatever was in the as a middle name on there, but that's how her dumbass keep on talking about AKA Rasheen. That's a whole nother fucking person. That's not him. So somebody, I told y'all in that Patreon, the last Patreon we did, somebody put in the comment section that Anonymous gave Black Titanic that information. Because again, out of all these years, why is it that she was just able to pull up that information that on him, and he's a whole fucking lawyer? Like, these ain't like board complaints or disciplinary complaints like Anonymous has, like Sarita McNeil have. These are criminal charges that I'm assuming he wouldn't be able to be a lawyer with those on his record, because it was saying like that he was on probation and shit. So I just think that, you know, they have somebody that's technical that works with them, that is putting this stuff and dubbing like websites and putting this shit on online, so that when you look it up, it appears to be a real website. You know how when you at work and like they give you like those phishing emails and tell you about like the phishing emails, what to look for, because it looks like it's coming email that's coming from your boss or somebody within your organization, but it'd be like misspelled words or something in the thing, so it's not like the same thing like Macy's. It wouldn't be like MACY, it'll be like MACI or something like that .com, like things like that. When and you open it up and then it's like some phishing stuff, like it's not the real website. So I think that's what they may be doing here. Okay, that's just my opinion. And I also wondered, where did Prosperity get the documents that Anonymous had that discipline from, you know, because I know she didn't get it from S. McNeil. Somebody had to give her that shit and tell her that that was her name. I want to know. I think, in my belief, she had somebody get that to her. 10. Notably, in her own submitted evidence, the only reference to her name was S. McNeil, which is what counter-defendant advised was her YouTube handle, and does not constitute full name disclosure, nor does it rise to the level of doxing or criminal behavior. Document 112, Exhibit 7. Exhibit 7 is where she said the Sarah Green person put her name in the documents in the chat, in our chat, and it didn't. So that really is the only thing that she have that she's saying that we did, except the terroristic threats, I guess. And now she's claiming that we are part of this family. Okay. 11. As an attorney, counter-defendant is or should be aware that filing knowingly false and malicious claims in federal court and disseminating these allegations publicly violates ethical duties and may constitute as abuse of process, which is something that she don't even fucking she didn't do before. So y'all already know she has a history of this shit. Document 112, 163, and more. 12. As a result of plaintiff's actions, defendant has suffered severe emotional distress, anxiety, and humiliation. Medical documentation available upon request by judge, as I am in fear of the counter-defendant maliciously distributing my medical information to her associates. Severe damage to her personal and professional reputation. Okay? These things, again, when you are a single woman living in one of the most dangerous cities in the United States, and you have people coming to your fucking door, looking through your window, or coming and taking pictures of your fucking license plates in the back of your fucking house, like that shit is fucking alarming. It's scary, and it causes you distress. It causes you anxiety and everything. Okay? Public harassment and stalking by online followers of plaintiff and her associates, and the same ones: True Tea, Here for Hot Tea, Here for Hot Tea podcast, Earth Journeys, Black Titanic, Misdiagnosis, Sherelle's World, and Tea Talk with Your Girl, and True Tea Uncensored.com. Okay, and also other various social media posts and comment sections. I should have added those in there as exhibits with all the rhetoric that she puts in here. It's the same thing that fucking that these people here spews out the same thing. Okay, if the stuff that Anonymous is saying in these documents is the stuff that these people are spewing out over the internet. Okay, when people look up my name, they see this shit. Okay. Legal expenses and time lost defending against meritless accusations. Okay. This is the main thing. Like, I have to spend my fucking time defending myself against all this bullshit when I could be doing other things. Severe loss of income by subscribers unsubscribing due to online smear campaign launched by the counter defendant and her associates. And all the same associates is also mentioned, the same ones. Okay. 13. In a separate defamation case currently pending in Alabama, Scott versus McNeil, and I give the case number, plaintiff Saretha McNeil is the defendant. In that case, despite her opportunity to do so, she made no mention of Maurice Jefferson Scott allegedly being affiliated with any gang, including the group she now claims is known as the Family. Because y'all know that she's saying that we're in this group known as the Family that's orchestrated and head in charge by Maurice and Carlos. But she didn't mention this in the lawsuit where he's suing her motherfucking ass. Actually, I don't see anything where she even is defending herself against the shit that he said that she did. I'm going to have to go back to that. I'm going to go to that case and see what's going on and what did she say back to him. Okay, her answer. She also failed to refer to Maurice Jefferson Scott, aka Maurice Rasheen Scott, in the Alabama case. She never said in that other case that this was his alias. These omissions raises serious concerns about the credibility and truthfulness of her present allegations against the counterclaimant and others. Also, please refer to document 161, judicial notice of cross-judiciary litigation, abuse, ghostwriting, and misuse of legal credentials in Alabama case by by Vera Lynn Calvin. Okay. 14. Plaintiff now falsely asserts that counterclaimant is part of a so-called gang known as the Family, yet no police report submitted into evidence supports this claim. In fact, counterclaimant is not named in any of the plaintiff's submitted police reports, Exhibit 5, where the alleged gang, the Family, was mentioned, only to say they doxed her in the Gossip Girls live chat. So in the police reports, she said that the gang, what she said consisted, the Family consisted of Tea Talk with Your Girl, Anthony Lofties, Prosperity Thick Girl, Chef Don Don, and I think that was it. In the court filings, I think that was it. But we'll go down and see who all she put in there. She only said that they put her name and doxed her in our chat, in our Gossip Girls chat. She didn't say that we doxed her or conspired with them to dox her. Nor has plaintiff provided any evidence connecting counterclaimant to such allegations beyond speculative and defamatory assertions. Document 112 and more. 15. Counter-defendant Saretha McNeil has a documented history of disciplinary actions for unethical conduct in her legal profession, including Missouri Supreme Court case, and this is the case number where her disciplinary is. Her past behavior further undermines the integrity of her current claims and demonstrate a pattern of dishonesty and misconduct. Okay? And then this is supplemental factual allegations. Okay? 16, counterclaimant has received a series of harassing text messages and video calls from anonymous or spoof numbers that were later marked as disconnected. That's Exhibit 2. Exhibit 2 is remember that time when the day before True T called herself coming for me, that's the day, June 5th last year. That's the day where I put, I read y'all those messages. And I'll, have them in here too. Okay. And it's Exhibit 2. These video calls, phone calls, and text messages began in October 2023. It was after it was revealed that I was in that movie, Women of the Jury number 22. Period. Okay. And I start receiving like these video calls from numbers. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck this is. From numbers, just ran like these spoof numbers that when I try to call the number back or text the number, who is this? They wouldn't reply or they wouldn't answer. It said it was disconnected. Not they wouldn't answer. It was saying the numbers were disconnected. And continued through December 2024 with one message anonymously stating, "Wait until Christmas to see." Exhibit 4. This message mirrors prior threats made by counter-defendant who in online posts and legal filings referenced targeted actions to occur around claimant's birthday and Christmas. Counter-defendant submitted a notice of process server on December 26, 2024, but never submitted the outcome of said service. So when she sent, I'm assuming this is her, when they sent this message, "Wait until Christmas to see," on December, I think it was December 23rd, and then the day after Christmas is when she submitted the notice for the process servers to come and serve people. Okay. 17. On information and belief, counter-defendant Saretha McNeil used or directed the use of a fictitious identity, LB, okay, to send these messages. These aliases has appeared in online discussions, and the threats made under the name bear significant similarities in tone and content to statements made by counter-defendant elsewhere, including in this litigation. Okay, so the same thing that LB was saying, like that those messages say they was from an LB. They was just signed LB. Again, why would you be signing something to me? A person that you're saying you sending out cease and desist to me, saying that I doxed you. If I doxed you, why the fuck are you using your alias? If I doxed you, that means I know your information. And now everybody that's around, that's watch my channel, should know your name and information if I doxed you. Because that means that I made your private information public. So I said LB is Saretha McNeil. Okay, that would mean that. But by you sending me a cease and desist with under an alias, but you saying that I'm doxing you and all this shit, why would you send me that under an alias if you knew that I doxed you? Or that you knew that I knew your information? You knew that I didn't dox you. That's why you kept saying LB. Okay? So all the things that LB was saying came from Saretha McNeil. meaning the threats that she was going to sue me and that she was going to send a paperwork to my house and my job and all of this shit. We'll read some of the messages as well. All that shit came from this motherfucker, came from Anonymous, not no LB. Remember in Patreon when we watched the video with LB in there saying that she was referring to Anonymous as Sarita. And I told you who she looked like. I have a picture in Patreon of who the fuck she looks like, what she looked like. And I put somebody's daughters up there so y'all can see which one of them daughters that LB looked like when she came on Talk with Your Girl channel. That video has since been removed or privated or whatever, but it has been screen recorded. So it's in my Patreon. Y'all can look at it and see what the similarities is, okay? Okay, I read that. And that's Exhibit 2 and 4. 18. The dates of the threatening communication directly correspond with the dates counter-defendant filed police reports against others she has publicly accused of being part of an alleged gang called The Family. Example, okay, Anthony, Talk with Your Girl, Chef Don Don, and Prosperity Thick Girl. These same individuals are also named in her complaints to the Orlando Police Department and Columbia Police Department regarding alleged online harassment by users such as Vera Calvin, Pretty Brown Eyes, in Exhibit 5. Okay, I put her police reports that I got off of PBE's page from, and I put them on here because it tells you who she was saying was in the fucking who she said was in this gang and who had doxed her, okay? 19, contrary to counter-defendant's claim, counterclaimant has never been named in any of her police reports submitted by counter-defendant, nor has she had any communications with her outside of one respectful email asking counter-defendant to behave appropriately in a YouTube live premiere chat. Exhibit 8, and that's the email I read to you guys with her when I sent to her after she was in my chat being disrespectful. The mentioned inappropriate text messages is attached as well, and they're Exhibit 3. Okay, so I have the screenshots from the live chat that I put in as exhibits. Okay. 20, counter-defendant has further defamed counterclaimant by accusing her of doxing, despite the fact that the only information ever discussed publicly was already in public domain. In a video transcript from July 30 of 2023, Exhibit 1, the counter-defendant, while on Pretty Brown Eyes PBE platform, and that's included the video and the transcript of that video from PBE's live from July 30th, that was like 3 days or 2 days after she said she was doxed. And it distinguishes this from public commentary or references to publicly available facts. In that live, she said her definition of what doxing was is making public information, private information public. Okay? Her disciplinary hearing and stuff like that, that's public information. Okay? She went on to explain like what some of the public information would be, but even in that live, she said that Prosperity Thick Girl published her information, her private information, which would have been her real name, Sarita McNeil, and not just S. McNeil or Anonymous, which was she went by on YouTube. Okay, she said it was Prosperity Thick Girl. No mention that it was us, PBE, Anthony. None of that. I think she did say that Anthony had conspired with somebody in Missouri, which I told you guys. She said it was her father. She accused her father of giving that information to Anthony so that he can post it and give it to people on YouTube. Okay. The counter defendant While on Pretty Brown Eyes PBE platform explicitly acknowledges that doxing requires disclosure of private information made public and distinguishes this from public commentary or references to publicly available facts. Like she was saying, like your marriage license is public information, your job history from your resume is public. That's not public information unless you look if you're a hiring agent. People usually don't post their resume just online for everybody. They might post in sites like Indeed or something like that, or LinkedIn. Those are not just like public sites for anybody could just go on there to get your information. It's for to go and network and professional, not for your ass to be on there stalking people. But I digress. The defamatory accusations made by counter-defendant include those impersonated by the alias LB are strikingly similar to the same claims now made against counterclaimant in this lawsuit. This pattern suggests that counter-defendant has projected her own conduct onto counterclaimant and others, potentially as a part of a broader malicious scheme. Okay, Exhibit 2 and 4. Okay, and those are the text messages, and I forgot what 4 was. 22. Counterclaimant's evidence include the full transcript of July 30th, 2023 video, Exhibit 1. That's from PBE video. Screenshots of harassing messages. Exhibit 2 and 4. So 4 is the one that wait till Christmas. Okay. The only communication to counter-defendant outside of YouTube panels, Exhibit 8, and that's the email that I sent to her, and chat logs, Exhibit 3, where she was being disrespectful in the chat, none of which show any engagement in harassment, doxing, or coordinated attacks from counterclaimant. Instead, they show a concerted effort by counter-defendant to falsely narratives and manufacture online victimhood through deception and intimidation. 23. On or about August 28, 2023, counterclaimant sent a respectful email to counter-defendant asking her to conduct herself appropriately and respectfully during YouTube live chats and broadcasts. This email was cordial and non-confrontational. It did not contain any threats, doxing, or inappropriate language, Exhibit 8, which is the email. Okay. 24. Counter-defendant replied to the message without expressing any concern that she had been doxed, harassed, or otherwise mistreated. Her response, while dismissive, gave no indication that she felt threatened or victimized in any way. This directly contradicts the claims she now raises in this litigation. Again, this was the end of August, August 28th of 2023. She said she was doxxed in July, the end of July of 2023. Yet, she didn't say anything in that email. She was still corresponding in the email, okay? With no saying like, oh, you've been doxxed or nothing, okay? 25. Following this email exchange, Exhibit 8, counter-defendant ceased appearing on counterclaimant's live panels or engaging directly in the chats. But she continued to attend or monitor claimant's broadcasts. In at least one instance during a live video premiere, she entered the chat in response to another user asking, "Where's Anonymous?" And she stated, "I'm here." Like shortly after I sent the email, like she didn't come back on the panel. She didn't come back in the chats or nothing like that. She make herself known, okay? Then one day, somebody said, "Where Anonymous at? Like, where Anonymous?" And she was like, "I'm here in the chat." Okay? This demonstrates that she was not avoiding counterclaimant, which is myself, due to harassment or fear, but rather continued to engage with the content voluntarily. Okay. 26. These facts further undermine the veracity of counter defendants' claims that counter claimant engaged in doxing, stalking, or making terroristic threats. If such conduct had occurred prior to or during this period, it is implausible that counterclaim defendant would continue to willingly interact with counterclaimant's channel and chat room, nor would she fail to reference such accusations in her contemporaneous communications. Okay? So again, if I doxed you and all this stuff, stalking you, and conspired with these people to dox you and do all this shit, why the fuck was you still in my chat in the watching the stuff, voluntarily engaging and all this, never mentioning none of this shit to me as anonymous. 28. The lack of any contemporaneous complaints and the continuation of intentions with counterclaimant well past the alleged incident provides further support that counter defendants' claims are malicious, retaliatory, and devoid of factual support. 29. On May 6, 2024, a private investigator hired by counter-defendant Saritha McNeil attempted service of process on counterclaimant. This individual appeared at counterclaimant's residence and was recorded on her Ring surveillance camera, identifying himself as a private investigator hired by Saritha McNeil, Exhibit 10. While service of process does not require photographing the property or vehicles, the investigator was captured on video taking unauthorized photographs of counterclaimant's home while partially blocking her driveway, Exhibit 11, as well as unauthorized photographs of her personal vehicle's license plate, Exhibit 9. Additionally, the investigator engaged with counterclaimant's neighbors, inquiring about her, actions that are wholly unnecessary, frightening, and intrusive, and exceeds the scope of legitimate service of process. Okay? 30. Furthermore, on February the 13th, 2025, a separate unidentified man, presumed to be acting as a process server, appeared at counterclaimant's home. This individual was recorded peering into her front window through a visible gap in the blinds and was observed placing an envelope in his coat without making proper service, Exhibit 12. Notably, counter defendant filed a notice of process server on December 26, 2024, but never disclosed the outcome before notifying the court of her intent to serve counterclaimant again until February 14, 2025, document 53. One day after this unidentified man appeared, okay, so she filed the notice of process server. One she filed on December 26, 2024, but she never filed the results of that service. Okay, then she filed one on February the 14th, but that man came to my house on February the 13th, the day before she even applied for this one. Okay, the other process server notice of process server. Okay, so she told the court on the 14th that she was going to send a process server out again, but she never put the results of what happened with the notice from the December 26th process server. Okay. One day after this identified man appeared, these actions taken together appear to be part of a continued pattern of harassment by the counter defendant, who has previously been disciplined for unethical conduct and has demonstrated a sustained course of conduct directed at intimidating and surveillancing counterclaimant, and this is her Supreme Court case again. Okay. 31, counterclaimant believes these surveillance and service tactics were not conducted in good faith for a legal process, but instead under the guise of service as a method of harassment. Given counter defendants' history of misconduct, including online smear campaigns and unfounded criminal accusations, these in-person intrusions further compound the emotional distress, privacy invasion, and intimidation already inflicted on counterclaimant. And I'm the damn counterclaimant, okay? So let's take a break from this right here real quick, and let's look at these videos again, okay? Let's just take a gander at these videos. Okay, this is one video. Let's share this tab right here. This is from my Ring camera. You see, he's taking a picture of my license plate. Y'all see that? He's taking a picture of my license plate. Okay. Y'all got that one? And this is him here.
We can't answer the door right now, but if you'd like to leave a message, you can do it now.
Natavia, I have some papers for you for court. I'm going to leave them here if you don't accept them.
And you can't leave no fucking papers if I don't accept them. Motherfucker, I'm not at home. So what you mean you going to leave them if I don't accept them? If I'm not at home, how can I accept them? And that's not proper service either. You can't leave no fucking papers there. You have to serve me. That's why they sent your ass there. If that's the case, if it could just be sent to the person, she would just mail them bitches.
I am a private investigator retained by Savita McNeil. So I have these papers for you. You can either answer the door or I can leave them. It's up to you. But I would appreciate it if you'd answer the door.
It's up to your ass. It ain't up to me.
Or
see how many times he pressed on my fucking doorbell? And y'all see there how he coming back there intrusive? This is invasion of my fucking privacy. And also, too, this shit right here, that's the kind of shit what Stormy said. This the type of shit that'll get a motherfucker piled up. You don't come to nobody motherfucking private areas of their fucking house taking pictures of their fucking shit to serve a summons. But I digress. And this is him as well. Y'all see how he has his car partially blocking my driveway? This is intimidation. Why are you partially blocking my fucking driveway? especially since my car was in the driveway. Why are you blocking my driveway? See there? And he stayed out there for a while, but you see him taking pictures, his old Andy Griffin looking ass. Why are you taking pictures of my house to serve me a summons? So Anonymous must have directed him to do all of this shit. That's not legal. And let me get to the other one. Y'all can't see this one. You know what? Let me just share my whole screen. 1 second. Look. See the envelope? Look at him. Y'all see him looking through the window? Look at him. Look at him. Look at his creepy ass. Look at him. Looking through my window. Okay. All right. So I have those. Cause of action, count 1, defamation, libel, and slander. Counter defendant knowingly published false statements of fact, alleging counterclaimant engaged in criminal behavior. Okay, because all of that stuff that she said I did, all of that shit is criminal. Okay, doxing, stalking, harassing, cyberbullying, and all cyber stalking and all that shit. When bitch, you don't have nothing that I said to you at all that would constitute me stalking you, harassing you. I want to forget that I ever met you. These statements were communicated to third parties and have caused reputational harm, humiliation, and emotional distress. The falsehoods were made with actual malice and reckless disregard for the truth. Count 2, intentional infliction of emotional distress. Counter defendant's conduct was intentional and reckless. Her statements were extreme, outrageous, and calculated to cause emotional harm and financial loss. 37. As a direct result, counterclaimant has suffered mental anguish, loss of income, distress, and disruption of personal and professional life. Count 3, invasion of privacy, false light, and public disclosure. Counter defendant portrayed counterclaimant in a false light by publicly attributing criminal and unethical conduct to her. 39. These betrayals were offensive to a reasonable person and widely disseminated via online platforms like YouTube, content creators, True Tea, Here for Hot Tea Podcast, Misdiagnosis, Sherelle's World, Earth Journeys, aka Black Titanic, Aunt Ann, and Tea Talk with Your Girl, TrueTeaUncensored.com, and various social media posts and comment sections. Count 4. Notorious interference with prospective business relations. Counter defendants' false accusations have caused loss of goodwill, reputational damage, and interference with counterclaimant's ability to collaborate or monetize her other online platforms. Count 5. Civil conspiracy. Counter defendant conspired with one or more third parties, including but not limited to YouTube personalities and websites, and the same ones I mentioned. Okay. 42. This agreement was carried out for the purpose of harming counterclaimant's reputation and strengthening a baseless legal narrative. Count 6. Harassment. Counterclaimant realleges and incorporates by reference all proceedings paragraphs as it fully sets forth within. On or about February 13, 2025, a man unknown to the counterclaimant came to her private residence and attempted to look inside her window while knocking on the door. The individual was captured on Ring camera footage holding a large envelope, which he subsequently concealed in his coat. Exhibit 12. This conduct occurred one day before counter defendant Saretha McNeil filed a motion with the court on February 14, 2025, requesting permission to reattempt service, suggesting that an unauthorized or informal service attempt occurred prior to any court-sanctioned action. 45. On a separate occasion, another individual identifying himself on video as a private investigator hired by Saretha McNeil also came to counterclaimant's residence. He was recorded taking photographs of her home and license plate. Actions that far exceeds the scope of lawful service of process. Exhibit 9, 10, and 11. 46. The private investigator additionally approached counterclaimant's neighbors asking questions about her, an act clearly intended to harass and embarrass her in her own community. This statement's available upon request, as I do not wish to add my neighbor's name to this case out of fear they will try to harass her. These acts of surveillance and intrusion which were not necessary for legal service, constitute a deliberate effort by counter-defendant McNeil to harass, intimidate, and inflict emotional distress upon the counterclaimant. Thank you, Sam D85, for the $4.99 super chat. Tay, you living good to be working at the gas station. Child. I live an okay life. That's all I can say. I live an okay life. I work hard. Okay. I work hard for the things that I have attained. Okay. Again, like the things that I have is they didn't come to me easy. They wasn't given to me. I earned these things. Rather, no matter how I earn them. Okay. So again, that makes you wonder, like, why are you suing a person that work at the gas station for $10 million? Not saying that the person at the gas station might not have $10 million, but most of the time, people that work at the gas station don't have $10 million. That they may own the gas station, they might have $10 million, but not working there. Okay. I don't give a damn what position it is. Okay. But it just don't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, you spewing this out as you trying to try to throw a dig at me when you know that's not where I work at. But I digress.
Check. All I really want to see is us. I don't really need a D, I need us. All a bad bitch need is us.
And that's on P. Okay. So, let me see here. What was I at? Oh, counterclaimant has demonstrated a pattern of harassing behavior both in court and outside of it, including this orchestrated in-person surveillance and attempts to publicly shame or intimidate the counterclaimant. 49. As a direct and proximate result of the counterclaimant's counter-defendant's actions, the counterclaimant has suffered significant emotional distress, fear for her safety, reputational harm in her neighborhood. Because again, per her Supreme Court disciplinary hearing, she had been diagnosed with 3 mental illnesses that they contributed to her perceiving threats that did not exist. Okay? Blaming others for things. So the fear and everything comes from, and my safety, that if this bitch is saying that I'm giving terroristic threats, or she perceives in her head that I'm making terroristic threats, what are you going to do to me to eliminate that threat? You know what I'm saying? So I had to go get a CPL and everything to protect myself. She has this private investigator at my fucking house, blocking my fucking driveway. Under the guise of trying to serve me a fucking summons. Taking pictures of my license plate in my house. What it for? As a result of, I read this. Oh, okay, let me go. As a direct and proximate result of the counter-defendant's actions, the counterclaimant has suffered significant emotional distress, fear for her safety, reputational harm in her neighborhood, and a profound disruption of her sense of privacy and security. This motherfucker is looking through my fucking window. And then if you were there to try to serve me, why are you putting the notice in your pocket, in your coat or something? Like, what are you doing that shit for? Counter-defendant actions were willful, malicious, and undertaken in bad faith, warranting the imposition of compensatory and punitive damages. Count 7, abuse of process and deceptive litigation practices. Okay, improper use of process server notices and attempted service, violation of federal rule of civil procedure. 51, counter-defendant Saretha McNeil filed a notice of process server with the court on or about December 26, 2024, identifying counterclaimant and approximately 5 other individuals as targets for service. However, no proof of service, whether executed or unexecuted, was ever filed with the court regarding this notice. That's in violation of Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 4L1 or I1, which requires that unless service is waived, proof of service must be made to the court. 52.
Get that. Say that again.
Alexa, stop it. Y'all see Alexa trying to be nosy, talking about some she ain't get that. Cha. Thank you, Miss Gloria, for this cash app, $25 cash app. A little something for your filing fees. Thank you. Thank you. Let me get you the money, Salt. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, thank y'all, because this is about to be something. Okay, like I said, I hope the judge don't throw it out or dismiss it as moot if she grants my motions to quash and dismiss. Okay. Despite the filings of this notice, there is no documentation reflecting whether service was attempted, refused, completed, or unsuccessful. The failure to file this information constitutes a procedural violation that renders the December 26, 2024 service attempt deficient and misleading to the court. Okay, so what that is saying is that when she filed the notice of service on December 26, 2024, she never filed with the court before she filed again in February 14th that she was sending somebody out to my house. So when she filed the December 26th one, she was supposed to put to the court first before she filed another one. What happened with that process of service? Like, what happened? Was a return executed? Was a return unexecuted? Did she waive process of service before this date? Like, what happened? She didn't do that. And that's a violation of the federal rules. Okay. On February 14, 2025, counter-defendant filed a third notice of process server for a counterclaimant. However, vivid camera footage on February 13, 2025, the day before this notice was filed, shows an unknown man at the counterclaimant's residence. The man knocked on the door, looked through a visible gap in the blinds to peer into her home, and appeared to be holding a large envelope, which he ultimately concealed in his jacket before leaving. Exhibit 12. This conduct occurred without any prior authorization from the court to reattempt service and prior to any service of notice of attempted service being docketed. Okay. Raising concern under Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 4C3, which requires that the court approve the appointment of a non-U.S. Marshal process server when requested in federal court. Hey, Just Jules. Tay, in Michigan, do private investigators have licenses or a compliance board or something? You might be able to get him in trouble and have him flip on her. Huh. I'm gonna look into that. I'll look into that, Just Jewel. I'm gonna look into that, and I'll disclose that information later in another live. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna look into that. Okay. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. For 55. Furthermore, no amended proof of service was submitted to explain or account for this individual's actions in violation of Rule 4I1 and 4M, which jointly requires not only timely service within 90 days of the filing of the complaint, but that such service be proven or excused by the court if untimely. Okay. 56. The pattern of procedural evasion, filing notices without follow-up, sending individuals to residences before filing service attempts, and failing to file executed or unexecuted returns constitutes an abuse of court process, especially when done in a way that burdens, frightens, harasses, and intimidates a litigant. Okay? So again, him coming to my home, blocking my fucking driveway, and then because he could already see my vehicle right there. So you didn't know if I was home or not. Blocking my driveway so that if I was in the vehicle and tried to pull out and leave, I would be blocked and would have to go on the neighbor's curb or something for him to move the fuck out of my way. You know what? Just Jules, thank you for bringing that to my attention because, yeah, I'm about to look into that because clearly y'all can see that he's blocking my fucking driveway. Like he gonna make me accept the fucking summons or something. And then talking to my Ring camera as if he knew I was home. Additionally, these acts are consistent with a broader pattern by counter-defendant of using the legal system in bad faith to harass perceived adversaries, including counterclaiming, in violation of the spirit and requirements of Federal Rules of Civil Procedure 1, 4, and 11. 58. As a result, counterclaimant has suffered emotional distress, reputational damage, and incurred unnecessary legal burdens, including the need to defend against improperly served and procedurally deficient legal actions. Violated Federal Rules of Procedure of Civil Procedure cited in claim. Rule 1, all rules should be construed, administered, and employed by the court and the parties to secure the just, speedy, and inexpensive determination of every action. Rule 4C3 requires court's approval for service by a person specifically appointed to serve a summons. Rule 4, I think that's L or I1, requires proof of service to be made to the court unless waived. Rule 4M requires that service be completed within 90 days of filing unless good cause is shown. Rule 11B1 prohibits filing papers for any improper service, such as to harass, cause unnecessary delay, or needlessly increase the cost of litigation. Prayer for relief. Wherefore, counterclaimant respectfully requests this court to enter judgment in her favor on all counts of a minimum of $75,000, award compensatory and punitive damages in any amount to be determined at trial, issue a declaratory judgment stating that allegations made by plaintiff are false and defamatory, enjoin counter-defendant from further publication of such statements. award attorney/legal fees and costs associated with travel expenses if applicable, and grant such other relief as this court deems just and proper. Respectfully submitted by myself. Okay. So here's just my exhibits here. This is exhibit 1. This is PBE's video where she's admitting to who doxed her. Okay. And then this is the transcript of her saying this stuff. Exhibit 2, harassing text messages starting October 19, 2023. I think this was the day after Dawn Michelle was on Queen Sheba Darling's platform and they aired out Anthony and announced the movie Women of the Jury that jury number 22 when Tay Talk was in. Okay. These messages were sent to me at different times from fake text numbers that say they are disconnected. Okay, my messages are in blue, and then text message 1 is from October 19, 2023. Text message 2 is from October 20th, 2003. And these were messages just me asking, like, after those calls came in from video calls or whatever, me saying, who is this? Okay. These are messages I sent after receiving video calls from these numbers. Text number 3 through 12 are from November 6, 2023. Text numbers 12 through 24 are from November 24th, 2023. And all these numbers align when she was doing police reports on like PBE and all of that stuff. And this was the day before Thanksgiving of 2023, and they came at 10:23 when she was on the phone with a content creator and was telling her, like, ask PBE what's going on with this. We're ask PBE, and they were saying that PBE gave LB our credit card numbers and stuff like that. And she said ask PBE to get in contact, and then she later on said something about she could get her in contact with LB. So the person was like, LB, Tay on the phone with LB right now. Then all of a sudden, I started getting all these text messages on the 23rd, on 24th at 10 o'clock at night. I started getting all those text messages, and here's the text messages here. Here is the link for the text messages. Y'all want to look at the link, the text messages real quick? Let's look at them real quick. Okay. See, these are just the ones saying, who is this? Who is this? Friday, October 20th. Okay, this is the one, November 6th. Natavia Tania Garner, I am writing to you with a strong request to immediately cease all forms of stalking, harassment, and doxing against me. These actions are in clear violation of both YouTube, like, why? All of this stuff is from what she put in these court documents, right? YouTube community guidelines and federal and state laws, and they have had a severe impact on my safety and well-being. I want to make it clear that I have taken legal actions to address these violations, and I am fully prepared to protect my rights and the safety of my family. I kindly urge you to reconsider your actions and put an end to this distressing situation to yourself and your family. Sound like a threat. Your court papers are on the way to your home and place of employment. Make it a great day. I said, who the fuck is this? And I said, and bitch, cease and desist these nuts, ho. She sent it again, same day. Natavia Tania Garner, I'm reaching out to you with a urgent request to immediately cease all forms of stalking, harassment, and doxing against me. These actions blatantly violate YouTube community guidelines as well as federal and state laws, and they have had profoundly adverse impact on my safety and overall well-being. I want to emphasize that I have taken legal action to address these violations, and I am fully prepared to pursue this matter in a court of law. I hope it is sincere hope that you will reconsider your actions and put an end to this distressing situation, which is harmful, but not only to me, but to you and your family as well. Please be aware that legal proceedings have been initiated and court papers are on their way to your residence and place of employment. I encourage you to reflect upon the gravity of this situation and make the choice to discontinue these harmful actions. Let us all move towards a resolution that respects the rights and well-being of all parties involved. Wishing you a better and more constructive day. Sincerely, LB. So I'm like, Liberic? The fuck? Because who the fuck is you? Friday, November 24th. Oh, this was the day after Thanksgiving, baby. I don't recognize you, and I don't have any outstanding bills with you. See what time it is? This was when the person told her, Tay on the phone with LB right now. And then on my phone, bing, 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 bing. Here she go. I don't recognize you. 10:23 at night. I don't recognize you, and I don't have any outstanding bills with you. I'm puzzled as to why you and your group engage in doxing, stalking, cyber stalking, and harassment to find me and my kids. Now, you know this bitch ain't got no motherfucking kids. I wonder if she a damn virgin. I want to clarify that I have no connection with you, nor have any concerns about you. And based on information from PBE, it seems unlikely that our paths will ever cross, only in court. Okay? I am urgently reaching out to request an immediate cessation of all forms of stalking, harassment, and doxing directly toward me. This actions blatantly contravenes YouTube's community guidelines. I wasn't even on YouTube. So why the fuck is you messaging me this shit? As well as federal and state laws. And I have significantly impacted my safety and overall well-being. I want to stress that I have taken legal actions, measures to address these violations, and I am fully prepared to pursue this matter in a court of law to safeguard my rights and ensure the safety of my family. I sincerely hope that you will reconsider your actions and bring an end to this distressing situation, which is detrimental not only to me, but also to you and your family. Bitch. Please note that legal proceedings have been initiated and court documents are en route to your residence and place of employment. I urge you to reconsider the seriousness of this situation and choose to discontinue these harmful actions. Let us work towards a resolution that upholds the rights and well-being of all parties involved. Wishing you a more constructive and positive day ahead. Bitch, just at 10 o'clock at night, the day over, bitch. LB. I said, huh? Who is this? Because I'm talking to LB now. Then she said it again. I am fully aware that you are having people to look for me. Again, I don't recognize you. I don't have any outstanding bills with you. I'm puzzled as to why you and your group engage in doxing, cyber stalking, and harassment to find me and my kids. I want to clarify that I have no connection with you, nor any concerns about you. And based on information from PBE, it seems unlikely that our paths will ever cross, only in court. I will be having you served on your birthday. Okay, period. I said, wait a motherfucking minute. Okay, now I'm concerned because how do you not recognize me, batch? But you know my name, my phone number, yet you're texting me from a number that says it's disconnected. You know my address, place of employment, and my birthday, yet you won't say who you are. I don't know anything about these claims you're making, as I don't know who you are. Please cease. Wait a minute, where's the other message at? Wait a minute. I put please cease all whatever. Where is it at? All communication with me. Please cease all communication with me. Do not send me another threat, batch. And then I went to the police station, okay, and filed the report on this, okay. So they said since she didn't send me nothing else after I told her don't fucking send me shit else, that was that. Okay. So let me go back to the court documentation. Is this it? No. Okay, let me go down. Exhibit 3 is the video link here at the 16-minute mark, where it remarks from Saretha McNeil from my 8/27/2023 premiere video, which resulted in me sending her the email, which is Exhibit 4 is the Christmas threat. Wait till Christmas to see. And I'm like, who is this? They didn't say nothing. 5 here is the police reports stating who she said doxed her, harassed, and stalked her. No mention of Natavia Garner or AKA Wente Talk. And this is her police report, Columbia Police Department. This was, she said it occurred 7/28/2023. It's inactive. I think this is when this is her statement. On 8/4/2023 at approximately 9:58 54 hours, I responded to a fraud at whatever her address is. Dispatch notes said Saretha McNeil was reporting people hacked into her account and released private HIPAA information and doxed her. This is a supplement to that report. Okay. On 9/28/2023, McNeil emailed me the following information. I wanted to give you an update on my current case number. It appears that I had to file another FBI IC3 complaint against the 2 defendants I gave you already, and then add 2 more. Please find attached the FBI IC3 reports that included the following additional defendants. I am hearing reports that they are trying to file an unlawful bar complaint with the Missouri bar against me and continue to electronically harass, cyberstalk, and dox me. Please find attached the background reports for the following individuals. But y'all remember on the Silver's channel, when she did that video, I think it was December 9th or 8th or something like that, where she was on a panel where Tea Talk with Your Girl was checking off into her ass about why was she pulling up her information. And she said that she pulled it up for her client, which was PBE. Because PBE said they were stalking and harassing her. This is what she said in December. But here it is, 9/28/2023. 3 months prior, she's saying that here is the background reports for these people that she said that she had to file FBI IC3 complaints on for hacking into her account and releasing private HIPAA information. She got Anthony Lofty's here, Joanne Jenkins, which is Thick Girl, Chef Don Don, and Tea Talk with Your Girl. Wait a minute, let me look at something. Okay. I'd have made yet another discovery. What we looking at here? Okay, y'all see this. This officer says on 9/28/2023. Let me blow this up. Melissa Chase Scott is the name that she put in this police report. Why is it that on this court document for the lawsuit, why did she put this motherfucker name Melissa Chase Scott? She put it in the lawsuit as Melissa Scott Chase. She said Melissa Scott Chase is not my name, though it is similar. So she put it in the lawsuit as Melissa Scott Chase. But she put it in a police. This was in December, y'all. Mind y'all, this lawsuit she filed December 29th of 2023. So in September 28th, September 28th, 2023, she knew her name was Melissa Chase Scott and not Melissa Scott Chase. What's going on here? What's going on here? What the fuck is going on here? I digress. Please find the attached background reports for the following individuals. And again, this is the people that she said hacked into her account. What did she say they did? Saritha McNeil was reporting people hacked into her account and released private HIPAA information and doxed her. This is a supplement report to that, okay? So she made the original report August 4th of 2023. She followed it up September 28th, 2023. My email to her, and she was still engaging in the chat, August 28th or 27th, 2023. A month before she even sent to the police these additional names. So first she gave them Anthony and Prosperity. And I want to know too, since Anthony and Prosperity didn't fuck with each other, why the fuck would she say that they could? Because she said this shit from the begin. She said this shit from the begin. When Drop the Mic contacted her to let her know that this information was out here, and gave her number to contact her, they talked. She said that Anthony conspired with her daddy. Her daddy gave Anthony that information. So now I'm wondering if she's in fact had conspired with Anthony motherfucking ass, or sent that information to Anthony under a fake account or something like that, and maybe he sent it to Prosperity, or maybe she sent it to Prosperity. I want to know where did Prosperity get that information from? That's what the fuck I want to know. Okay. If you look at the FBI reports and background reports, you will see their mailing addresses, phone numbers. Please let me know if you need anything else. I am attaching text messages and other support as well. Where's that at? And I also want to know too, why the fuck are you sending these people background information to a motherfucking police department as if they don't fucking know, or they can't get these people information? But you claiming somebody else is doxing your bitch ass. But you the one pulling up everybody motherfucking information. Was this information pulled up illegally? And that go back to one of my counts in my fucking damn countersuit. That this motherfucker is putting off her conduct on other people. I have entered, tagged, and unuploaded 9 attachments. McNeil sent 2 live chats, 1 IC3 complaint, 1 text message list, 5 backgrounds on subjects of evidence.com. This incident was forwarded to CIU for further investigation. And this was her original complaint. Friday, August 4th. On August 4th, 2023, at approximately 9:54, I responded to a fraud at Dispatch Notes that Saritha McNeil was reporting people hacked into her account and released private HIPAA information and doxed her. I made phone contact with McNeil. He must didn't even know what the fuck doxing was then either, okay? I made phone contact with McNeil, and she said an Anthony Lofty's in Nashville, Tennessee, and Joanne Jenkins from Washington, D.C. hacked her and has given her information over the web. McNeil sent me an email with the following information. My name is Attorney Saritha L. McNeil. I am an attorney licensed in Missouri. Also, I am a certified public accountant. He don't need your fucking resume, bitch. I am a subscriber to YouTube and would go by the alias of Anonymous to exercise my free speech of topics regarding love and marriage, Huntsville, narcissism, and the like. I learned that a YouTube content creator named Anthony Lofties, and she give all his information, where he reside, all this shit, and has a YouTube channel, and she gives his link for his YouTube channel, doxed to publicly identify or publish private information about someone, especially as a form of punishment or revenge. My information when I subscribe to his channel. How the fuck did he do that when you just from subscribing to the channel? And she said this to drop the mic that we can get y'all information from y'all subscribing to our channel. Bitch, do you know how motherfucking many people would be doxxed on this motherfucker if that was true? What kind of dumbass shit is that? And Dr. Mike was like, no, the fuck we can't. Oh, yes, it can be done. No, the fuck it can't. If it can be done, tell us. She says, Mr. Lofties accessed my identity and sent my personal information to another YouTube content creator, Prosperity Thick Girl 40, and has YouTube channel to further dox me. So I don't ever remember Anthony doxing her ass. Miss Jenkins, and she give her address and shit. And again, Anthony and Thick Girl and them didn't even fuck with each other. So I don't even understand why she's even putting people in this so-called family shit or gang when it's people that don't even fuck with each other. On July 28, 2023, at around 10 p.m., Prosperity Thick Girl submitted a YouTube video. She put the link to the video to reveal my private identity, HIPAA information, and other confidential and protected information. It wasn't your HIPAA information because she didn't say what your diagnosis was. Per that article, that newspaper article, so that means the newspaper people dox your motherfucking HIPAA information, if that's the case, because they said you suffer from 3 mental illnesses. That's not doxing your mental illnesses or your personal HIPAA information unless they said what those illnesses were. They didn't put your diagnoses on there. To continue to dox me even after receiving 2 cease and desist notices from me. So how did you send her cease and desist letters before she even doxed you, allegedly? Well, let's keep on. That's okay. Confidential information, protected information. It ain't one protected, motherfucker. Just like you was gonna fucking release those other people, your clients' protected information that they disclose to you as their fucking clients. Remember why you was even disciplined, bitch? Also, on August 1st, 2023, Prosperity Thick Girl 40 published and had additional live on August 2nd to continue to dox me after receiving 2 cease and desist notices from me. Here is the publication to review. Now, here again, the same report from a report. She's making this again. On 11/5/2023, McNeil sent me an email of another subject harassing her, and is as follows. It appears I have an additional person, Miss Vera Lynn Calvin, aka Pretty Brown Eyes, PBE YouTube channel, to add to my pending police report. Here is her contact information. Phone number, email address. I am attaching the following. Her background report, a PBE, a Vera Lynn Calvin, FBI IC3 complaint filed on 11/5/2023. Mind you, I got the messages about the cease and desist 11/6/2023, right? October 25, 2023, certified letter cease and desist. Here is a review of what has happened and about what happened. To whom it may concern, my name is Sarita L. McNeil. I am writing I am an attorney in Missouri. I am writing you to report the civil and criminal electronic harassment, discrimination, defamation of character, and violation of my constitutional civil rights and HIPAA information by Vera Lynn Calvin, aka Pretty Brown Eyes, who is a content creator on YouTube, Pretty Brown Eyes. Inactive case. This is what the results was. I have spoken to Vera Lynn Calvin by phone several times about a dispute she is having with Sarita McNeil. After a review of this case, I believe there is a dispute occurring online between the two. I do not believe that probable cause exists for an arrest of either person at this time. I am aware that McNeil has been trying to handle this case through a civil court by trying to obtain a protective order against Calvin. With the information given in this report, I believe the case should be considered inactive unless further information is submitted. And you see right here where he said, after a review of the case, I believe there is a dispute occurring online between the two. This is why they keep picking at me, because they want the case to be inactive and closed as a result of saying that we having a back and forth online. We ain't. Okay? So this is her. Nothing that mentions me. Exhibit 6. One of the defendants advising that her name is not correct and advising that Sarita McNeil told her that she was going to sue YouTube. And this is the T-Talk one where she said that Melissa Scott Chase is not my name. Okay? But again, y'all see she had it right in that motherfucking police report, but so happened that on the court documents, she have her name wrong. And then here is her statement inside her response before she got after she got the default judgment. Miss McNeil told me when we were on good terms that she wanted to form a class action lawsuit against YouTube. Okay. Exhibit 7 is her exhibit 5, where she say the person doxed her in the chat. Sarah Green, September 2022, she says in the chat, September, and y'all can see we all on the panel. Braylon, Drop the Mic, Anonymous, Hannah Grace. Was this Don Ashwood? I don't know. I forgot who that was. September 2022, Columbia attorney suspected. Let me make this bigger so y'all can see it. September 2023, Columbia attorney suspended by Missouri Supreme Court. Is that you, S. McNeil, aka Anonymous Fraud, allegedly? Get her off your panel. We should have listened to Sarah. That's exhibit 7. Exhibit 8 is the email that I sent to Anonymous. Let's read the email. Email dated August 28th, 2023. Hi, Anonymous. Hey, Anonymous. I hope your day is going well. I just wanted to send a message to you about some of the messages you were putting in my chat yesterday. I'm not sure if your intent was to disrespect me, and I'm hoping it wasn't, but I found your messages to be inappropriate and very disrespectful. Me talking about being single and dating doesn't equate to being a hoe, as I feel you were suggesting in my chat. What was the reason for all that? I hope you wear protection and compare me to horizontal blowfish for? I don't know if you're a virgin or not. Probably is, okay? But I'm not sure I'm sure you're aware that you can have sex with multiple people, even unprotected, and not catch a disease. And you can also have sex with just one person, but catch a disease. Some people catch a disease from people they only slept with them one time. Some hoes out here, they might, or we ain't want to slut shame nobody, but some people might sleep with multiple people unprotected and never catch shit. Okay? So that's possible. Both of the things are possible. I also want to make you aware that I am very close to your age, and I don't need any sex education from you in the manner in which it was given. I have 3 adult children. So that means that I have had unprotected sex at least 3 times in my life, and I'm still living. Having sex doesn't mean STDs and death, usually. You may need to explore the reason why you jump to these negative extremes when sex is mentioned. There is such a thing as healthy sex. This is not the first time you've said some foul stuff to me on YouTube, but I want it to be the last time you disrespect me, because I have never disrespected you. You are a lawyer, not a judge. So please keep those judgmental comments away from me, as I did not judge you when your situation happened last month. I only supported you. I hope that you can respect my request and we move on like the lovely ladies as usual. See you in the next video. Is this violating her First Amendment rights? I said, see you in the next video. Here I said, I didn't even realize that I was covering my ass in this email, more so how it presents today. Okay? God stay on my side. Okay? Won't he do it? Because look at this here. I'm mentioning in this message, this email, one, it's not the first time that she has disrespected me. Okay? And then I also mentioned that I never disrespected her. I mentioned that to keep the judgmental comments away from me, because I didn't judge you when you had your situation last month. When they said you had been suspended and all this shit, I didn't judge her. See that? Meaning, like, if I would have supported her and doxing her, why would I be saying that I didn't judge you in your situation you had last month? If you thought I had conspired with these people, why would I be saying this to you? Okay? I only supported you. I hope that you can respect my request and we move on like the lovely ladies we are, as usual, right? So then she replied to me, thanks for the email. I understand you not wanting to be linked to Destiny, so I will refrain from that in the chat or panels. Definitely didn't want to do that. Not saying you doxed me, bitch. You conspired with them to dox me. You violated my HIPAA rights. You harassed me. You cyberbullied me. She ain't saying none of that shit in her response, right? She didn't deny that she had been disrespectful to me. She didn't deny that I had never disrespected her. She didn't say I violated her First Amendment rights. She didn't say I had made no terroristic threats to her. Okay. Exhibit 9 is the video from the private eye taking pictures of my house. License plate. Here you go back here with a slick ass. Exhibit 10, PI hired by her, taking pictures, partially blocking my driveway and taking pictures of my home. Exhibit 12, this creeper caught on Ring camera looking in my window. Envelope, putting it back in his chest and in his jacket. Looking in my window. And that's it for the exhibits. So I have to protect myself and make sure that I put something in place for her to retract these motherfucking defamatory things that she put in this fucking lawsuit against me, that she intentionally put in there maliciously. You have to at least contact somebody in order to be considered harassing them. Like, this bitch don't have anything with me initiating any contact with her. At all. Okay? So, again, we shall see what's tea. Moving forward, we're going to see what's going on with the court stuff. So, hopefully, if the judge grants my motions to dismiss and quash, that she don't dismiss my countersuit as moot because she's taking me off the case. Okay, so again, that's a big possibility of what might happen. So let's hope that part doesn't happen. But in other words, I'm sick of this raggedy bitch, and I'm gonna defend myself against her fucking baseless claims, okay, and defamation. Like I said, this is things that people at my job can see, my kids can see, my family can see, people that watch me, that know me. Like, is this shit true? What is it? No, it's not true. Thank you, Nessa, for the $5 super chat. Hey, don't forget that thingy you promised from the other day. What I promised from the other day? You know, I done forgot that damn quick. Nessa, remind me why I get the money song out here, okay?
Tell them that it's a magic. Money, money, green, green, money's all I need. Money, money, green, green.
Let me see what promise I done made, Nessa. Nessa Gra. Come on. Yes, sweet essence. Like, they just grasping at straws. 1 second. Yeah, all of those documents, all that stuff that I'm reading off. Dang, I don't remember. Hello, somebody help. Not somebody help, child. Yes, but again, PBE has put all of this stuff on alert and put this stuff out here. Even some of y'all see some of my exhibits is from her stuff that she has screen recorded and stuff like that, and that she has on her channel. And again, Anonymous was trying to get her channel down. She was trying to get our channel down, saying that she wanted us not to be able to be on YouTube at all anymore. At all. No social platforms, because she wanted to silence us from distributing or defending our fucking selves so they can be on here with these baseless ass claims. But you see that they got their channels terminated and shit like that for violating YouTube guidelines, while she putting YouTube guidelines and shit in a damn cease and desist, as if She's a fucking enforcer of YouTube guidelines and community guidelines. Woo child, it's the natural selection for me, depending on who you like personally, with support to stay angry at the ones that their favorite CCs despise. Yep. That's right. It's a full-blown fucking smear campaign. A full-blown smear campaign. And every time they come out with this defamatory shit, it's helping my case. It's helping my case. It is. Just to be honest, it's helping my case because I lose subscribers behind it. Right? I lose subscribers, which is losing my money behind it. Y'all know at points I've had, 1,000 people in my chats for commentary and shit like that. But no, not anymore. My subscriber counts go down and down and down and down. And yes, that's all loss of fucking income. Loss of income, emotional distress, me not even want to come on here to have to fucking defend myself against this outrageous ass shit. The lunatics are still at it. So again, the more that they make those defamatory damn statements and shit like that is helping my damn case against Saretha McNeil. All right, so let them go. Let them go. It's going to be more that she's going to have to account for while they're out here defaming my name, because like I said, it's a full-blown smear campaign. Nothing that they have to back it up with facts. First, Anthony was the leader of this family shit when we know that the family shit was just a Instagram DM chat with a group of people in it. Now those people have parted ways. Now I'm the head of it. I ain't never been in no damn chat with them. So yeah, like I said, people gonna do what they gonna do, and I'm gonna do what I'm gonna have to do. Okay, so let them keep on, and they might just end up in it too. So we shall see. All right. So y'all have a good rest of y'all day and night. I got some shit to get into, so I'll see y'all another day. All right. Thank y'all for coming on in tonight. Bye. And thank you everybody for those cash apps and super chats. I really appreciate